Richard Brooks from Being Mary Jane. A great group of people here at this convention. Had a good panel earlier. Tune in Tuesday, October 20th, 9 o'clock on BET for the season 3 premiere of Being Mary Jane and find out what happens after what happened at the end of season 2. I'm sorry, okay?
And me, and I actually own my own hairline, extension line. It's called Hair Drove. And the whole thing behind it is, because what I've noticed about me and a lot of my clients, we like to change our hair, just like we change our clothes. It's part of kind of my expression of how I feel. I think that every race does something to alter their hair. Whether they color it, whether they perm it, whether they put straighteners in their hair as well. I think everybody has the same thing. Everybody's not always satisfied with what they have, you know? And I think they're just trying to find their way. And for me, I look at it as an expression. I don't think it has anything to, I mean, for me, it doesn't have anything to, I love my natural hair as much as, now that I've learned how to maintain it and how to work with it. I love it as much as I love wearing my extensions. But for me, I like variety. I like to change my hair. Like, if you just saw me probably a week ago, my hair was just like that. Just the things that you eat makes a big difference in your hair and your skin and your whole body.
What would you recommend for women of my age that are senior citizens? You know, your hair falling out,
right?
And you want to put a weave in to cover it up, but then that takes out more of your hair. And you put the chemicals in your hair, and it takes out some more. So what would you suggest?
Our hair changes every 7 years, especially when we get older. Our hair has a tendency to get much more drier and more brittle. And especially when our hair starts to turn gray, it becomes very wiry, so it's very difficult to control. So if you don't put chemicals in your hair or you don't wear natural hair, you might want to wear extensions and wigs. It's just you still have to take the same care. You know, I would take it out every 2 months to give my hair a break, condition. You know, and if you put it back in. Wigs are a great option too, because a lot of our clients have transitioned from extensions to wigs. Because what I like about the wigs is some of them that come in and they get in our salon, they get their wigs sewn on. You know, it's almost just like a weave. They cut, the top open, or they do a unit piece and they have their hair cover the top. But they have it sewn on, but they can take it off in a couple of weeks, get their hair conditioned, braided up, and put back on.
Great Crystal Brissett. These two characters are wildly different, but I'm so glad that she did. So yeah, we're shooting season 4 Orange is the New Black right now. I also have a hair care line called Harriet for women with natural hair, like mine. In 2010, my brother died, and I was sort of trying to get a handle on my life again and rebuilding. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I never got a handle on my hair all my life. For whatever reason, I became fixated on my hair. And I started watching all these videos on YouTube about hair and natural hair. And I thought it was a very interesting community. I thought I had an interesting voice to add to the community. So I created a natural hair care line called Harriet. We have 3 products. Co-wash, which is a conditioner and wash. A curl cream, which is what I have in my hair now. So it moisturizes, shines, and defines your curl. And an oil blend is like really slippery, marula oil. So it's really nice, hydrating and moisturizing. And our booth is right out there. I wrote a book called I Found God in My Hair. It's a collection of spiritual principles I learned from my hair, like patience and resilience and letting go, and how I apply those principles to my everyday life. So it's really a project that I'm very, very proud of. I work very, very hard on. We launched on HSN in May. I'll be back on HSN October 26th. We're in New York City Whole Foods, 59th Street Whole Foods.
Okay, and so the question is, do you see back all the TV screens or possibly the big screen?
Oh, well, TV, I'm still trying to crack the feature film. But TV, I mean, that's what, that's really, that has been my lane, and TV has been very good to me. I've been on some really awesome shows, just really in the past year. I do a Curveball Major Crimes, Sons of Anarchy, which is great because I got to play the law on one show, got to play the outlaw on another show. American Horror Story. So this year I'm back on Major Crimes, and we're wrapping up American Crime Story, which is for FX. It's American Crime Story, The People versus O.J. Simpson. And I'm playing cow cowards. Infamously known as the White Brahmin. That's right. So those are the two most immediate television.
Airport, blah, blah, blah. And you get home, and you get on the bus, and you go to school. And I learned very early on about balance. And when I would get around my friends, I'd say, you know, they asked what you did this weekend. And I went to the mall, to the movies, I was in Japan. I learned from that, one is your life, and one is your work. And don't get it twisted, and your life comes first. So having a balance is what I've learned through this whole walk that we do. If you have that balance and that's what's important, then that's the most important thing.
I heard you, you know, I see you or whatever, but I try to engage because I'm the one person who understands that where I am is because of everybody that's watching. Whether you like me, you hate me, whatever, you're still watching. You're still supporting the brand of Basketball Wives, which is what most people know me from. And then there are those people who have followed me from the real world that support me. So I'm always acknowledged.